Hello everybody, welcome back. Just coming off the fix for what you see here as Dx9 Capone, Dx9's version of Motor Master. I decided, at first I was thinking, maybe I should just do, and I don't like doing long reviews, but since I do have all three versions of this as far as masterpiece, I was thinking to myself, maybe I should. And this is still part of the look section, because in my reviews I do look, I do feel, I do mechanics, and I do the price. But as far as this review, I was first considering not to do a singular review with Dx9 Capone. I was thinking about just doing all three of them, Fans Toys, the one from X Transbots, and the one for this one. But I decided, after that fix I did the other day, the other day I put out a video a few days ago when I had a broken. This was broke. Matter of fact, the piece that was broke, I went ahead and put the older piece in the bag with the rest of his stuff, just to have it there. Who knows, it might come in handy one day. I don't know how it would, because it was broke in a vital place. But nonetheless, I put the piece stored with them, the old piece, and the new chest piece is voila. You can see that I got it transformed up, so that it was successful. I think I left it in car mode on my fix review, but it was successful. And I do want to get to the look real quick with this, but I just wanted to go back over what I just previously did with this and what kind of prompted me, hey, let me just do a singular review on this. So basically, I have all three, but I wanted this one. And the reason why I did is because I still think so far, as far as combined mode is concerned, this has the best combined mode to date, with the trailer and everything. I'm not going to get into the trailer. I'm just staying mainly on the bot and its transformation and so on and so forth, the feel. But the look here, the reason why I chose to go with this one primarily is simply because it's not as the other ones, to me, putting Megatron here right next to him. And let's give it a little bit of scale here. I'm gonna scoot my camera back a little bit. To me, as far as scale, he's just a very little bit taller than Megatron. And to me, I'll go forward and I'll come back on it. To me, that makes a big difference when I think that all these leader bots, team bots that are leaders, should match the size of the leader, the Autobots, leader, Decepticons, the leaders there. They should be pretty much the same height. They shouldn't be so far towering over. And when I get to my three compare or whatever, I'll do more comparisons. And most of you guys already know this. This is just my particular, viewpoint on Dx9 and all the other versions. And I just like the fact that it's more in scale. It's more in scale. And to bring more to the fact of scale, you can look at Fans Toys version of Wild Rider, and then the X Transbots version of which one, Dead End, just to show you a little more. To me, this is a good scale, and this is also a decent scale with this guy. But that's part of the look to me. The look was important, as far as the height, and I thought this guy was spot on better. And I still held on it because I had X Transbots first, and then Fans Toys Motor Master didn't look so good. And really what got me into the Fans Toys wasn't even Motor Master. It was their version of the white car. What's his name? Breakdown. So that's really what got me into Fans Toys version. I said, okay, since X Transbots was taking so long at the time and all that, I decided to go with that. But as far as the look of this guy, the biggest thing about the look to me is simply the height. He looks just as good to me as the others. There's some things here that may not be so clean or washed over. Some of the other ones, when I do the compare video, you'll see some of the other ones have some parts of it that just look cleaner. But this one, I'm not going to get ahead of myself with the mechanics and all that stuff, but this one looks pretty good. It's not a bad looking figure at all. It cleans up actually nicer than some of the other ones in some places, like the back and so forth. Maybe the feet and the legs don't clean up as nice, but as far as overall, it was just I just felt like I needed to experience it for myself. So there you go as far as the look. Well, and then when you get into the feel of this figure, it's let's just stick to the figure. I'm not going to do comparisons. I was actually quite well pleased once I had that little fix operation on his chest. It feels really solid. It feels good. Does not have and we won't skip ahead to the mechanics section. Does not have all the ratcheting joints or the maybe not even as much as the die cast as some of the others, but whatever it is, it's still got weight. It's got heft to it. It feels good. It's there's no problems with that. I don't put out scales. Maybe one day on some of my reviews I'll start putting scales out. But right now I'll just say it's comparable. It's comparable, whatever that word is, to all the others. It really feels good. Looks good, but we covered that. But the feel of it, no problem. When we get to the mechanics of it, I'll talk more about what I don't like. This feel section is pretty simple. The plastic they use is good, strong plastic. Even on its waistband, it's a little loose, but not loose to any kind of scary degree. But nonetheless, good materials. Not doing comparisons yet. That's for another time. But yeah, as far as it looks, no problem. Good feeling figure. Good feeling figure all the way around. So. Now for the mechanics section, it gets to there's some I'll do the transformation. You'll see that posted up here either before I continue my talk here. I'll pause, or I'll put it up afterwards. What I wanted to say, just a few things about the mechanics of the figures before we go too deeper in anything else. There are some really good feeling parts. These hands feel good and not individually articulated, but it has the typical one finger, three fingers on one's rotation, and actually, yeah, the thumbs do move as well. But I see there's ratchets here. There's ratchets on the up and down movements of the arms. See, this falls down on its own a little bit, but not on the shoulder lift. There's no ratchets here on the leg bend. There's no ratchets here on the thigh rotation. Okay, on the outward move it is. Let's see if it feels the same on the other side. Yeah, this is the first time I'm ever feeling this guy up. Do not take that any kind of other way. And then, yeah, and up and down here and the knee, there's no ratchets in there. And that's where the only problem that I have with this, as far as the mechanics, even the elbow here does not, it's all friction. Just a little too much friction. I mean, they do have in certain places up and down, they do have it in good places, but that's just too much friction. This piece costs just as much as all the other. Even went up in price when it came back out again. It came up in price, probably against its original release. Get to the price section, I'll post it up. But as far as this is concerned, great articulation. I mean, articulation, shoot, no problem. But no head. The head doesn't go back too far at all. But yeah, no, they didn't overdo it in ratchets. But it's in good places. The ratchets are in good places, and no qualms. But overall, I'm pleased. I don't have an issue with it. Yeah, mechanics, not bad. Whether I've done it before, you look or after, you will see the alt mode of this via transformation. So that was a transformation. I'm not gonna put the big part of it on there. I think I put a pic for a screenshot up showing the full trailer. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, but that was transformation. Transformation, I think of all the transformations from the X-Transbot Motor Masters and the Fans Toy Motor Master, from all the transformation from third party, this is the more enjoyable one, I would say. It is pretty easy to manipulate the whole head and arm. The arms are right here, pretty easy to manipulate. They're attached to the top of the chest that folds back on the back of Motor Master once you twist everything around. Probably not getting a good view of that, but and then the rest is just the legs that fold out. The waist is in there, as you can see in there real good. The waist is in there, it just folds out, and the legs, all this, you just unpanel things, fold things, put them back in, raise the legs up, and then you got yourself a robot again. It's really of all the masterpiece, and I'll do this in a comparison, but along with the transformation, it's really one of the more enjoyable ones. It's really not a whole lot to it. You'll remember it after doing it a few times. Fans Toys, maybe not. X-Transbots, maybe not. One thing I will mention before I get to the price section is some of the accessories. But one thing I also want to mention right now is the look of it. It looks. I may put some pics up with the X-Transbots and the Fans Toys, as well as a pic of this with this full trailer up, maybe right next to each other, and just to show you that they're comparable. They're each has its plus and minuses. I think X-Transbots would probably fall on and I have the trailer really right down here for X-Transbots, but I'm not going to show it right now. But it's comparable because the X-Transbots trailer is like Optimus Prime's trailer for the X-Transbots is separate. But this has part of the trailer. I like this. For some reason, I do like that. And then, of course, Fans Toys, a marvel of engineering, has it all. The whole bot is made up of the trailer and the cab. It's just amazing how they did that. You can't go for wrong with that. Real quick, just by the look of this, it looks fine. It feels good. Rubber tires. There's not much to say. Some of the extra accessories that come with it, I think, are very unique accessories. Very good ideas. Accessories. So this turns into a gun. I'm not going to turn it into a gun right now because I actually just transformed it from a gun to this the other day. But I think this is a wise episode from that episode, I think, called Cosmic Rust, where Rumble, if I remember good, I have a good memory because sometimes I go through this for fun. I watch some of the episodes, and I think Megatron, Rumble, Starscream, Astral Train, they go on to this planet and they find this thing up in a vault hidden on an Autobot planet that had died because of a rust problem, and they take it back to Earth, and then they cause more problems because they bring some of the rust back with them. But that was a good idea. That was, X-Transbots made some accessory packs, and they put a lot of extra stuff that no one ever seen before. But as far as this is concerned, Dx9 and Fans Toys, but it's mainly Dx9. They you think X-Transbots would add the extra accessories? Yeah, they had more accessories X-Transbots do, but these were to me more meaningful. And I remember in one review and they said the sword was, and I'm like I said, I don't get too deep into accessories, but I do like the gun. I love the weapons. I love the swords, but I just don't talk about them a whole lot. But so one review I saw from somebody said that the sword was low par compared to the X-Transbots and the Fans Toys swords. And I don't know how you say this is low par. This is still a pretty good looking sword, and it feels just fine. It may be just a little thinner, but it feels solid enough to me. I think it goes in good. I wouldn't even thought about it. If no one said anything about it, I probably wouldn't even thought about it. Just being a little bit lower quality than the rest. But overall, Dx9, good job. They cheated in some places, mechanic-wise. They cheated with ratchets and stuff like that. But otherwise, they did a good job. And we'll get to the price section. We'll get out of here. So as far as price, on Show Z, I paid with probably had some discounts there. I think still too much for this. $185.99. I think it was $187.99. I think right now it's up for like $199.99. It's like $200. You'll see the pics on the screen. To me, I think, well, with that trailer's pretty hefty. I will put the trailer right here in front of this. real quick. I have it over here on the side. The trailer is heavy. I mean, it's just as heavy. And I'll say this, it's just as heavy as the X Transbox trailer. Maybe I could cheat and put the trailer up here for X Transbox. But this is the X Transbox trailer. And, not even almost as long. This is a hefty boy, but this is a hefty boy too. I'm not going to weigh them, but actually, so, you get your price, as far as price is concerned, you get your money's worth with that trailer. Would I say $199, $99 right now? Because of the little bit quality parts that I mentioned earlier, I'm not sure I would. But as far as what you're getting out of this, probably the best combiner, really one of the best combiners out there. Maybe I can retract on that. When I put my scorecards up, maybe I'll think about it twice and say, you know what? Price is not so bad for what you're getting overall. So this concludes my price section. This is the Dx9 version of Capone, which is Motormaster. I don't regret the purchase. It was good just to review it. Whether I keep it or not, that's up to me. But it'd be good. It's going to be fun to do that next review. So you guys take care. If this comes out on Christmas, I'll say Merry Christmas or Merry Belated Christmas. And Happy New Year if I don't put anything out before 2022. You all be blessed. Thank you.